Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, please. If you can hear me, just let me know that you can hear me by dropping message on the comment section. Okay. Okay, please, if you can hear me and also if you can see my screen, just do not hesitate to let me know. And also if you cannot see it, you still please have to let me know so that I know what to do, because if you cannot see my screen, we cannot continue. So please just do that. Let me know if you are seeing my screen and also if you can hear me as well. Okay, good afternoon, Sister Edith. You said you can hear me. Sister Tracy, you said you can hear me. Okay, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon to you all. Okay, Sister Lovett, I think you can hear me as well. Okay, Brother Friday, you can hear me as well. Okay. Good afternoon once again, and if you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Frank. Today we are going to answer some questions together regarding the driving tutorial or driving school quiz. We're talking about the one of Patent B. Good afternoon, Mr. Exodus. Okay, good afternoon, Sir Chigozie. Thank you for that. So today, let us start with this question. I think we have this first question here, which says, il sorpasso è vietato sulle curve e sui dorsi della strada a senso unico, which means overtaking is prohibited on curves and hills on a one-way road. Now, one thing we need to understand about this one-way road is that whenever you are driving on a one-way road, whether you are on a sharp corner or you are on a hill or descending from a hill or you are climbing the hill, it is not prohibited to overtake, because what is the danger attached to overtaking? The danger attached to overtaking is the risk of colliding with the vehicle that is coming from your opposite direction. And when you are moving on a one-way road, remember you don't have any vehicle that is coming from your opposite direction. So the answer, I think someone said is Faso, someone said is Vera, one said is Faso, okay. Like I'm explaining, when you are driving on a one-way road, you don't have the risk of colliding with vehicle that is coming from your opposite direction, and that is the major. That is one of the most dangerous thing that we try to avoid. While overtaking, that is the risk of overtaking, if I may say, because the reason why they mostly prohibit us to overtake in some certain area is because if, for example, we are on a double-way road, obviously you might be having a vehicle that is coming from your opposite direction because of the low visibility. So that is why they prohibit us normally from overtaking at all this kind of sharp corner. But In a situation of a one-way road, it's not prohibited. In a one-way road, you can overtake even, in a sharp corner like this, and also you can overtake in maybe while descending from, climbing a hill, and also while descending from the hill. So the answer to this number one question is FASO. It is, you are not prohibited to overtake in a one-way road in a sharp corner. You are only prohibited to overtake in a double-way road. So you are prohibited to overtake in a sharp corner, also on a hill. So that is the only way you are, in one of the ways you are prohibited to overtake in a sharp corner. So the answer to number one we said is FASO. One, number two says, il segnale raffigurato che indica la vicinanza di un ospedale invita a non fare rumori molesti nelle sue vicinanze. Leave your answers below. Let's see what we have here, because this one is saying that the sign shown, which indicates the proximity of a hospital, invites you not to make disturbing noise or noises in its vicinity. So what do you think is the answer? If you are saying FASO, I don't know if you are referring to number one or number two. Try to, be specific. If it's number one or number two you are talking about, just say number one is FASO or number two, just like that, so that we can understand what you, okay, somebody said number two is FASO. Okay, number two, somebody said FASO. I'm still waiting for a response. Just somebody said number two is FASO. Somebody said number one is Vero, FASO. Okay. Yes. Sometimes that is why I like answering questions regarding this quiz, you understand, because there are some things you need to understand them through questions like this. Yes, to somebody it might seem or look false, because maybe you think, how can you ask me not to make unnecessary noise in maybe in the vicinity of an hospital? It's true. Il segnale raffigurato che indica, because the sign indicates the proximity of a hospital. And also this sign also calls you not to make unnecessary noise, because this is an hospital area. There are people of different kind of, that are in different situations. Let me use that word. So it's not nice for you to be there, maybe blowing unnecessary horn, making all sort of noise, all those kind of things. So that is where the answer is Vero, because in the proximity of an hospital, or in the vicinity of an hospital, you are not allowed to make unnecessary noise. Be blowing horn, boom, 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 all those kind of things, or raising your engine when it's not necessary. So that is where the answer to this number two question is Vero. In the proximity of an hospital, or in the vicinity, it's not allowed for you to make unnecessary noise. So the answer is Vero. So let's move to number two. Number two said, il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica che in caso di pioggia si può trovare del fango sulla strada. That is, the supplementary panel indicate that in case of rain, mud may be found on the road. You see, this sign indicates so many things, especially during rainfall. It calls your attention that during rainfall, that particular stretch of road might be slippery, and also during rainfall, there is possibility for you to see, mud or some, erosion on the part of that in that particular stretch of road. So the answer to this number three is Vero, because yes, when you have this panel, during rainfall, you need to drive with care because the road might be slippery, just like I said, and also there is possibility for you to meet some, mud, maybe along that particular stretch of road. So the answer is Vero. Okay, Vero, very good. So I will leave us with this number 4. Let us try to answer this number 4, which says, la sosta, almeno di 15 metri da segnale di fermata degli autobus, qualora gli spazi di fermata non siano delimitati, comporta, tra l'altro, la sottrazione dei punti della patente, which is parking less than 15 meters from the bus stop sign when the stopping space are not delimited involves, among other things, the subtraction of points from the license. So what is your answer to this number 4 question, and what do you think, or later we'll see why is true or why is false? But leave your answers below at the comment section. Let's see what we are able to understand from it. Okay, somebody said number 4 is Vero. We are still waiting. Somebody said Vero. Somebody said Vero. 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 Okay. What this sign is telling us is this. You know, there are some bus stops where you don't have you have the bus stop that is not marked. Normally, you see a bus stop like this, and you see zigzag line. You see zigzag line. In that case, that bus stop is marked. You understand? But you know, referring to this particular bus stop we have here, it's not marked. You can't see the mark of the bus stop, but we have the bus stop sign here, which is what you are seeing here. This is the bus stop sign. So this sign is telling us that in a situation like this, maybe if you fail to park $15 meters from this place, that apart from some other things, that points can be deducted from your license. It's true. And what are the other things that this place is talking about? For example, if you fail to park maybe 50 meters from this particular bus stop, they will tow your vehicle. You understand? They will tow your vehicle, give you fine, and also remove points from your license. So, tra l'altro that they're talking about, or above, among other things, or above other things, is they are going to tow your vehicle, and also they are going to give you fine. You understand? And also remove points from your license. And also, in the case of a neo patentati, for those people who got their license not more than 3 years, your case is going to be different, because if, for example, the law maybe requires them to take let's say 4 points from the person's license, or let's say 2 points, let's not exaggerate, from the person's license, in your case is going to be ×2, which is going to be 4 points that they are going to take from your license, because the law is like that, that for neo patentati, if you commit, if you infringe the road code, the same way other people maybe did, for example, somebody who has his or her license for more than 3 years, that person, if they are deducting 2 points from that person's license, but you that your license is not up to 3 years, they will deduct ×2 from your own. So that is it. So going to this question, I think, okay. So going to the question that says, la sosta almeno di 15 metri da segnale di fermata degli autobus, qualora gli spazi di fermata non siano delimitati comporta tra l'altro la sottrazione dei punti della patente. It's true, è vero, because if, and remember I told us the other time, because I know somebody will want to, and also let me remind us, if you're joining us for the first time, please, if you have your question, just try to make sure you write it down. And also for those of us that is watching from YouTube, you can drop your questions maybe at the comment section. And for those of us that is watching, that is on the WhatsApp group, later I will send you the Zoom link, which will enable you to directly ask questions from the Zoom. So the other time I told us, whenever they are talking about meters, does that mean that maybe as a driver you need to always have a tape or meter in your vehicle? The answer is no, because how can you know 15 meters from here? You see, every step walk, for example, if you are walking, you understand, from here to here is more or less 1 meter. You understand? So what do you do in order to be able to figure out this 15 meters that they're talking about? You can take a 15 step walk from here to this place. If, for example, you take a 15 step walk from the bus stop to the space that you are having, and it's not sufficient, it's not up to 15, in that case, you cannot park. But if you have the enough space, what you need to do to be sure, you take 15 step walk from this place to where you want to park. But I will take 16, because the reason I will take 16, because I need to be very sure. I don't want a situation whereby they will say, with this one or with the other one, all those kind of things. So I will take 16 steps to be very sure that the space that I'm leaving from where I parked to the bus stop sign is up to 15 meters. So this is what you need to do. You don't need to go with tape or with meters, start stretching it on the ground to see the length that you are having between your parking space and the bus stop. So you don't do that, but you can just take a step walk. Somebody will say, how can you just be walking from here to this place for be doing 1, 2, 3? You can come down, come here, you just stroll, a kind of stroll, you understand? You go there, come back. Nobody will maybe understand if you are taking the measurement or not. You understand? You can just have a walk from here to this place. You have a walk from your parking space to this place. You count it. Was the step up to 15 steps? If not, in that case, you cannot park. If yes, then you are free to park. So that is it about number 4 question, and we said the answer is Vero. Then this number 5, just leave your answers below. Which says, la striscia di mezzo in figura non consente il sorpasso in ogni caso. So leave your answers, because this the question says the middle stripe in the figure does not allow overtaking in any case. So what do you think? In the presence of this middle stripe or the middle line, are you allowed to overtake in any case or in all cases? So what is your answer to number 5? Somebody said number 5 is FASO. Let's see if we still have people who is in agreement with you. Okay, another person said FASO. Sister Tracy said FASO. Brother Sylvester said FASO. Brother Fidelis said FASO. Brother Friday said FASO. And Sister Edith said FASO. We have Brother Bright also says FASO. Sister Godstime, FASO. Sister Lovett says FASO, and Sister Lovett also said FASO. Okay, FASO, we all have FASO. La striscia di mezzo in figura non consente di sorpassare in ogni caso. As usual, I don't like to answer questions just to go straight to say whether it's true or false. But what I want us to understand, if you're having this line, because the middle line here, the reason why it's continuous is because it's telling you that if you are moving towards this direction and you are on this lane, please don't come to this lane. Let's call it lane 1, lane 2. So if you are moving in this lane 2, if you are moving in this lane 2, going towards this direction, so don't go to lane 1 for any reason. And if you are in lane 1, moving towards this direction, don't come to lane 2 for any reason. So that is what this continuous line is telling us. But now we are going to see if it prohibits us to overtake in all cases. For example, if I'm having a car, you know, maybe I'm having this yellow car at my front and I want to overtake this yellow car. If the space that I'm having between this yellow car and this continuous line is sufficient for me to overtake without going above this white continuous line, in that case, I can carry out that overtaking. So the maneuver can be done successfully without having issues. But if I have to go in this manner, in that case, I cannot. You understand? So if I have to go above the continuous line, the continuous horizontal line, in that case, I cannot. But if in this situation, I'm able to do my overtaking successfully without going above this continuous line, yes, it is possible. Therefore, going to the question, which says, la striscia di mezzo in figura non consente il sorpasso in ogni caso, that is in all cases. No, it is not true. Because if I can be able to overtake, or let's even assume this, let's assume this is a bicycle. Do you know that if I'm passing a bicycle, what I'm doing is overtaking? The same thing with maybe a motorcycle. You understand? So if this is a motorcycle, obviously it's going to stay in this maybe like this. So I'm having the whole of this space to overtake this motorcycle. But if it happens to be a car, maybe in this manner, driving in this manner and leaving this space for me, that I know that this space is not sufficient for me to carry out the overtaking without going above the continuous line. In this case, it becomes impossible. You understand? So for the question to tell us that the middle stripe in the figure does not allow overtaking in any case is not true. You understand? I can overtake if the line permits me to, if the space that I have in my lane permits me to overtake without going above the middle continuous line. So that is where the answer is false. So what we look into number 6, leave your answers below as you think, or if you think the answer is true, you let us know it's true. And if you think it's false, let us know if your point of view or your understanding towards the question. He said, in presenza del segnale raffigurato, i veicoli a servizio di persone diversamente abili, muniti di apposito contrassegno, non possono essere portati nella depositaria comunale, né bloccati con le ganasce. Which means, in the presence of the sign shown, vehicles serving disabled people equipped with a special badge cannot be taken to the municipal depot, nor blocked with the jaws. So what do you think is the answer to number 6, to question number 6? Somebody said Vero. I think one day I'll just be giving out premiere to the first person to answer question, because I'm seeing Sister Tracy as the first person to always answer questions. So one day I think I'll be giving out premiere for that. So Sister Tracy said Vero, and number 6 Vero. Brother Monday said number 6 Vero. Sister Edith said number 6 Vero. Brother Friday said number 6 Vero. Sister Lovett Patrick said number 6 Vero. Brother Edward said number 6 Vero. Brother Bright said number 6. Brother Bright said Faso. I don't know if you are referring to number 6, while Brother Fidelis said Vero, while Sister Queen said Vero, and also, okay, okay, I think Brother Edward, or yes, Brother Edward just changed his mind. He said Faso. Okay, Sister Blessing says yes. Okay, maybe yes means Vero. Okay, we said it's Vero. In the first case, what is this sign? This one is Divieto di Sosta, this sign, which is prohibition of parking. Where this one is called Rimozione Forzata or Zona Coerta, you understand? The difference between these two signs is that if you are having only this sign, for example, should I name it sign A and sign B to get the message clear? Let's call it A and B. Now, if we're having only sign A, it means you cannot park. So if you park your vehicle in that particular stretch of road, your vehicle, the vigilance will give you fine. You understand? They will write a fine on it and leave your vehicle there. But when you are having the sign B attached to it to complement it, in that case, if you park your vehicle, the vigilance will give you fine, tow your vehicle. And also, if the code requires them to take some points from your license, they will also take the point. You understand? So you see the difference now. If we are having only the sign A, they will only give you fine and you will still meet your vehicle there. But if you are having the two signs just the way we have it here, they will tow your vehicle, give you fine, and also take a point if it requires to do so. You understand? Then remember, if they tow your vehicle, you are not just going there, they will give you the vehicle back. You have to pay for the transportation expenses. So you have to pay for that. Then maybe if you go that same day, but if maybe after some days, you also have to pay for the parking space where they keep it. You understand? So take note of that one. The more you leave it there, the more the price will increase. Now, what happens in the case of those vehicles that are used to serve all these disabled people? Something like this, something like all these vehicles, especially anytime you are driving, you see those vehicles with this sign. You understand? Sometimes you see the badge, they place it at the front of the windscreen, you understand? Even if it's a normal car, just understand that that person is having this permission, you understand? So, but if his boss, just like this situation, this particular one we're having in front of us, it means Sorry, can we see my screen? I think if you can see my screen, just let me know, please. Just let me know if you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, just let me know by leaving a yes or no at the comment section, please. Okay, thank you for that. So I can proceed. So in this case, these are, those buses that is, dedicated for the services of all these, disabled people. So if these people park their car in a place where we have this sign, this divieto di sosta, zona rimozione forzata or coetta, their vehicles cannot be taken away. You understand? So don't say maybe tomorrow you are driving, you see this kind of people park there. Okay, even me, I can park there. No, you cannot. You understand? Because these people can park there without having issues. But you, if you park there, your car will be taken away. You'll be given fine, and also points will be deducted from your license if the law or the rules requires so. You understand? So this number 6 is Vero, you understand, because those people, their car cannot be taken away in a place like this. That is why, take note, not everywhere those people can park, that you can park also, you understand? So that is that one. Number 7, it says, un ferito in stato di shock va messo in posizione seduta. That is, an injured person in shock should be placed in a sitting position. What is your answer to this number 7 question, or the question number 7? Leave your answers below. Let's see what you understand from it. Remember, if you have question, you have anything you don't understand, do not hesitate to leave your question below at the comment section, or if you are on the WhatsApp group, don't worry, after the explanation, I will share the link with us so that you can ask questions directly from the Zoom. So, Sister Tracy said number 7, FASO, then Sister Edward said, okay, Brother Friday said number 7, FASO. Sister Edith said number 7, FASO. Sister Lovett said number 7, FASO. Sister Blessing said FASO. I think you are referring to number 7. Brother Casey said number 7, FASO. Mr. Monday said number 7, FASO. Please, I don't know if we were able to share this link with our friends. If you can do so, I would really appreciate. And also, if you can remember to hit the like button, I will appreciate. And also, even if you don't like the video, you can still, dislike the video by clicking the other, button, which I will also appreciate, because I like to improve. That will also call my attention to improve if you can do so, but don't leave without doing something. So we're having FASO. We all agree the answer is FASO. Un ferito in stato di shock va messo in posizione seduta. That is, an injured person in shock should be placed in a sitting position. For example, injured person cannot be injured person in a state of shock cannot be placed in a sitting position, because this person need to have enough of blood flowing to the heart and also to the brain. That is why they ask us to always place this kind of person in this kind of position. Make sure that we raise his or her leg, 20 to 30 centimeters from the ground level. You understand? In a situation like this, maybe if you're having anything like clothes or whatsoever you think that you can place on the ground to, you know, to keep the person's leg on top of it, in order to enable you know, raise his or her leg 20 to 30 centimeters from the ground level, this is what you need to do. Because by doing so, it will help the flow of blood, you understand, to move in this direction, to this person's heart and also to the person's brain, you understand? Because of that shock, you understand? So the person need blood in those positions. So that is why you need to place this person in this position and not a sitting position, because, you know, when you are sitting down, for example, when you are sitting down, this is the position you are. You see, the blood will be flowing down, you understand? Of which at this particular time, you don't need, as in, blood don't really need to flow down. It needs to flow towards your heart and also to your brain, you understand? That is why this person needs to be placed in this position. So the answer to that number, I think number 7, or number 7 is FASO. The answer to number 7 is FASO. A patient that is in a state of shock, you don't need to, or a victim that is in a state of shock, you know, you don't need to place him in a sitting position. You understand? What you need to do is to make sure you place that person in a lying position, but with his or her leg, you know, raised up 20 to 30 centimeters from the ground level. So the answer is FASO. While number 8 says, secondo le norme di precedenza nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, i veicoli D e N passano contemporaneamente dopo che è passato il veicolo R. Now, leave your answer to the question number 8 at the comment section. So let's, you know, Mr. Daniel said, explain fast. Or do you mean my explanation is too fast? Is that what you mean, Mr. Daniel? Just let me know by saying yes or no. So if the explanation is too fast, I can take it slow, because my, you know, it is my duty to make sure that you understand what I'm saying or what I'm explaining, because if I'm going too fast, people are not understanding me. I think there is no need. So if you also agree with Mr. Daniel, please just try to let me know. Somebody said number 8, Vero. Number 8, Vero. Number 8, Vero. Number 8, Faso. I don't understand. Mr. Onaiwu Daniel, please, you said before, I think you said explain fast. Now, okay, you mean I'm too slow in my explanation? Is that what you mean? If you all agree with him that the explanation is too slow, you let me know, because I think the decision of one person cannot you know, take place or cannot be just, I cannot ignore the decision of others. If you agree with him, you let me know so that I know what to do. If you want me to fast, I know how to fast. If you want me to slow, I know how to slow. So please just try to let me know at the comment section if the explanation is too slow or is too fast, or if it's okay like this. So Sister Edith said, Vera, Mr. Fidelis said Vera, Mr. Edward said Vera, Sister Lovett said no, I don't understand the no actually. Sister Blessing said 8, Vera. Mr. Chigozie said 8, Vera. Okay, Mr. Edward say BRND. I think you are trying to indicate the order of passage there. Sister Lovett, Eda said, is very okay, sir. Okay, thank you. We are having one person. I think the explanation is not too slow. Okay, Sister Edith said so. Okay, Sister, I think to Sister Tracy, the explanation is okay. Okay, so if the explanation is okay, then we'll continue because I don't really think it's necessary to go fast without people understanding what I'm saying, because the major thing or the most important thing is for people to understand. Yes, I might be able to explain 30 questions under maybe 20 minutes. At the end of the day, nobody understands me. But if I'm able to explain 5 questions in 30 minutes and the five question is well understood, I think that is a score mark for me, because it is not how far, but how well. So now we have I've seen our answers to this question. We answered Vero. I think, okay, that is nice. But as usual, I will not just go and tell you is Vero or is Faso, because this place is telling us, it's a secondo le norme di precedenza nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura. Now, first, what is the, which is according to the rules of precedence in the intersection shown in the figure. Now, what is the rule, or what are the rules that we need to look into? For example, here, to establish the order of precedence at intersection, this is the general rules, you understand, of intersection. The general rule states that, or states, when 2 vehicles are about to engage an intersection and their trajectories are about to intersect, one must give priority to those vehicles coming from the right, unless otherwise reported or report. For example, yes, we have this diagram, you understand? But before we go to, explain that rules, or sorry, to answer those questions, that question, for example, here, the rule is telling us that whenever you and I were about to engage in intersection, that the one that is having his right hand occupied must give right of way or give priority to that vehicle that is occupying its right hand. Now, but if you look at this image or this diagram, you agree with me that this vehicle going straight, his right hand is this place. While this one going straight, his right hand is here. This one turning here, turning left, his right hand is here, and we have the yellow car coming. Though it's somehow complicated, but give me your attention, you understand it at the end of the explanation. For example, we have this diagram here. Now you see we have vehicle A, B, and C. But if you look at this diagram, you agree with me that one vehicle is having its right hand free, while the other 2 vehicles, they are having their right hand occupied. For example, vehicle A is having its right hand occupied by vehicle C. Vehicle B is having its right hand occupied by vehicle A, while vehicle C is having its right hand occupied by no vehicles or vehicle. Therefore, the right hand of vehicle C is free. Then the rules says that whenever we are going to engage or we're about to engage in intersection and our trajectory is about to intersect. Now take note, if for example, vehicle B is turning right immediately, in that case, the trajectory of vehicle C or vehicle B is not about to intersect with the trajectory of vehicle A. Therefore, vehicle B can move on without having issue, except there is maybe a traffic light or any sign that required him to stop. You understand? So that is what they refer to when they are talking about the trajectories intersecting. Because, for example, if I go to elongate this the trajectory of this one, you see the point of intersection is here. If I also prolong this one, the point of intersection is here. You understand? So that is what they mean by trajectories about to intersect. Now, in this case, we have vehicle A, B, and C. The right hand of vehicle A, because if vehicle A, for example, come to this point, you see that both of them, because don't forget that the left hand of this vehicle C is here. This is left, this is right. Where the right hand of vehicle A is here, I think this color is dull. The right hand of vehicle A is here, while the left hand of vehicle A is here. The most important thing, or one thing you need to look is, where is your right hand? You understand? Is it free? If it's free, then you cannot leave the intersection. You need to wait. In this case here, the right hand of vehicle A is occupied by vehicle C. The right hand of vehicle B is occupied by vehicle A, while the right hand of vehicle C is free. Therefore, vehicle C, according to the rule of intersection, will be the first to leave the intersection here, then followed by vehicle A, followed by vehicle B. But this vehicle, this diagram here, we are having all the right hand occupied. In that case, nobody can leave the junction or can be able to leave the junction without doing something I call something strange. You understand? Because if you go to other countries, so many people in other countries, they find it difficult to agree with this, but that is how it is. The vehicle B, you need to come to the middle of this intersection. Then vehicle B will stop at the middle of the intersection. You see now that the right hand of vehicle arrow is now free. Because the right hand of vehicle arrow is now free, then you see now that vehicle arrow cannot gently leave the junction without having issues. You understand? Because remember that vehicle arrow is the only vehicle that was occupying the right hand of vehicle D and the right hand of vehicle N. But because the vehicle arrow has not left the junction, therefore, vehicle N and vehicle D cannot leave, at the same time. Because the right hand of vehicle N now is free. Then the right hand of vehicle D is free. Yes, vehicle D is having this vehicle here, but remember the trajectory of this vehicle is heading towards this direction. It's not heading to the direction of that of vehicle D. That is where the right hand of vehicle D is free. In this case, vehicle D and vehicle N cannot leave the junction at the same time after the passage of vehicle R. You understand? So that is it. You see it? This is how they will leave the junction. Then vehicle B will not be the last to leave the junction. Now, there are some questions. They might ask you, who is the last to leave this intersection? You understand? You see that vehicle B is the first to occupy the junction. Remember, it's the first to occupy, not the one to leave, the first to leave. The first to leave the intersection is vehicle R. You understand? Because the vehicle B only occupied the middle of the junction in this manner, but it's not the first to leave. Rather, vehicle B is the first to occupy the intersection and also the last to leave the intersection. But the first to leave the intersection is vehicle R. So going back to the question, secondo le norme di precedenza nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, i veicoli D e N passano contemporaneamente dopo che è passato il veicolo R. The answer is vero. According to the rules of precedence in the intersection shown in the figure, vehicle D and N pass simultaneously after vehicle arrow has passed. So the answer is Vero. So I believe now here go for Livan today. If you have any question that you'd like to ask, please, like I said, you can drop your question at the comment section. Those of us that is watching from YouTube, but for those of us that is connected to the Zoom, you can, you can leave your. I will share the link with you so that you can, so that you can ask your question directly. For those of us, maybe if you want to join our Zoom meeting, you can reach me through this number. So you can reach me through this number that you are having on the screen, so that you can also join. You will have 2 days of free tutorial, which is not a problem for me, for you to do your 2 days free tutorial. If you want to, after the 2 days, if you think you can continue, you can still continue. If you don't want to continue, friends, like before, nothing happened, you understand? So that is it. Then I want to share the link with us. So that you can ask your question for those. For those of us that on the WhatsApp group, so you can log in, ask your question. Let's quickly do that before we call it a day. Thank you, Mr. Casey. Thank you, Sister Queen. Thank you, everyone. So I'm still waiting. If you want to ask your question, you can ask your question before I call it, or before we call it a day. Sister Edith is here. I don't know if you have a question. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. So if you don't have question, I think there is no need to waste time. I can see Mr. Matthew is here. I just have to wait for 2 minutes. If you don't have question, we'll call it a day. So like I said, if you want to join our Zoom meeting, you are free. The number is there that you can use to reach me. No question, all is well understood. Okay, very good, Mr. Friday. Thank you for that. So I think we don't have question, but like I said, if you want to join our Zoom meeting, you are free to do that. Our meeting date and time is every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Tuesday and Thursday, our meeting time is from 7:30 in the evening till 9 o'clock in the evening, while our Sunday meeting time is from 7 o'clock in the evening to sometimes 8:30, sometimes 9 o'clock, depending on what we're having to do. And Mr. Casey, thank you so much. You said you really enjoy it, and you are so happy. Thank you. You are welcome. So you, Mr. Friday, you said let's continue with the quiz. No, I cannot continue because it is one of the principles that after the explanation, I must give room for questions. So if there is no question, we call it a day while we continue next time. So I want to say thank you for your time. It's really nice to do some quiz with you. Please always remember to make sure you answer questions. It's very important. And anytime you answer question or you are doing quiz, if there is any question you don't understand, apart from, yes, maybe you might be able to get the question right, but always try to understand what that question is talking about. Like I always tell us, My number is there. You can drop any question, for me on WhatsApp. At my convenience time, I will always try to make sure I respond to your questions. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful week. I appreciate your time. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.